Okay, this is vehicle inspection for truck number 7035. We're going to go over the pre-trip as well as major components of this vehicle. Starting with our driver's log, we're going to make sure everything is filled out in the top portion. Date, name, vehicle number, start odometer, payroll start, time you return to the yard, and your job start location. All must be filled out completely, legibly, and in blue or black ink. We're going to start by checking out the engine. So we're going to go inside the truck here, open up the hood. You'll see the hood release here. We'll pull on that and hear it release. While we have the door open, we're also going to check the gross vehicle weight on this truck. It's 10,200. Open up the hood on this truck. Raise it up from being unlatched. You'll feel inside, you'll feel a little latch that goes from right to left. You can see it a little better once it's open. This goes left to, or right to left. Hood is up, it's got no prop rod, it just has the hinges. We're going to take a look at our most important part. It's going to be the oil. Dipstick for this guy you'll find is the little one here. The yellow handle, round. Pull them out, clear the old oil off. Put them back in there and check the reading. Make sure it locks in, pull it all the way out. Grab your shop towel. And again, same as the last one, very similar. We want to be in between the two holes. And on this one we can see it looks like it's good on oil. We do not need to add oil. In the event we did need to add oil, this cap right here is where you would add the oil to the engine. It says on top the type of oil, SAE 5W20. Twist the cap off, insert your funnel, insert your oil, remove your funnel, add your cap, and check your oil level. This particular truck here is going to tell you the type of oil on top, so you'll see the engine oil and how much. 7 quarts, 5W20. Also gives you your oil filter and your air filter, as well as your amount of oil and what type. Moving on, you're going to see the battery. Remove the protective cover and you'll see the terminals. Good, there's no corrosion or any acid buildup on top here, so we're good there. From here we're going to go to our washer reservoir. Open this guy up, make sure there's washer fluid inside there. Moving forward, power steering fluid is one that we'll check in this truck. It's going to be labeled with a P and an S on top. This guy right here, you'll see on the side, you can see your levels, and in that we are good. Moving over to the coolant, you'll see we have the coolant here. Fill line, hot, cold, max. Again, you can see we're right in the range. If you did need to add it, you'd remove the cap, fill it here. On this one, you also notice it does say orange only when it refers to the type of coolant that you're going to put inside this guy. Orange only. Same thing with your brake fluid. We're going to check the reservoir and see on the side whether it's on the fill line, hot, cold, max, or excuse me, fill, minimum or maximum. Cap on top if you need to. It also tells you .3 on top, so it tells you what type of brake fluid to put on top of the reservoir here. Check out our belts here. We have one fan belt on the top. Looks to be in good standing order. No fraying, no damage. Everything looks like it's in good shape. We're going to check for oil leaks. When you look on top of the engine, you should see any oil. If there's any oil buildup, anything along top here, laying down or puddling, we don't see anything here. We're good. We're going to go underneath the truck and check and see if there's any puddling or pooling underneath. We don't see any here. We're in good shape. Last thing you're going to see on your checklist is going to be your transmission fluid. Now this is something you're going to want to check only when your transmission fluid is hot and running. This will be the only fluid you'll check when it is up to temperature. So we'll come back to this. We're going to shut our hood for now. Go over a little bit of the inside components. Getting into the truck, we can check and see that our mirrors are in good standing condition. There's no cracks, no chips, no breaks. Same thing with the passenger side. Once we get inside the truck, we're going to check out our seat belt and make sure that we're keeping ourselves safe. connected and good. Also a good time to check out your steering, so you can kind of give it a once over, make sure it's not too loose, make sure it's not too tight. Appears to be in good shape there. Try our defrosters out, make sure they're working. Good there. Same thing with the wheel vents. Not good there. Gauges you're going to look at, you have the same basic gauges. Your oil temperature should pop up to somewhere around the middle whenever your truck starts. Your temperature, as well as your transmission temperature, will get up to where it needs to be as the truck warms up. Your fuel gauge. On this truck you'll see we don't have the check engine light on, but we do have a low tire pressure sensor right here. A half inflated tire with the exclamation point in it. Again, a lot of times in these trucks you're going to see these pressure sensor lights inactive, so you will need to check your tire pressure every day. Parking brake on this truck, depress with the left foot. You see the parking brake comes on up top on your gauges. To release, this one doesn't pop, it'll just kind of slowly release on. I think. There we are. As you can see, the parking light has disengaged. Inside the truck here, let's go ahead and check the lights while we're inside and we have it running. Let's go up to the front and check the marker lights. CB. This truck does not have a CB in the radio, or does not have a CB radio, so this will be another truck that will be equipped with a handheld or a Bofang. But as we get into the lights here, you'll see that these two lights on the outside are labeled aero board and beacon. You'll turn both of these on to get your beacons on and your aero board. You also have a power switch on your board here. And then you've got the knob that'll turn you from 4 corners to your arrows to your straight bar. Then it gives you a little preview on this guy here. When you're done, you'll turn them off, turn off your beacons and lights, and we're all good on that side. Next, we're going to take a walk around the bed of the truck. As you can see on this truck, we've got some damage done to it here. Looks like it was run up against the spray truck here. You can see where the booms have kind of gouged into the side here and also ripped up the backside. So this is definitely something we want to put on our vehicle deficiency list. We're going to check out our gas cap. We want to make sure that the door opens. Even with the damage, we can see the gas cap does still open, and it is labeled for gas. It does have a cap. Everything is good there. Look inside the bed, make sure the bed is good. Nothing in there that should be. You've got a trailer attachment in the back there. We can tell that the license plate has been taken off this truck because it is out of service right now for the off season. Continue to walk around the truck. We've got a little rust damage on the side. We also have a little damage on this side here as well. You want to note those things on your driver's log so we know that they're not something that happened as a result of you driving it. On this one, we're going to check the tires out too and make sure the tires are in good shape. A couple things you can do to check the tires is one, give it a little pressure test. Just make sure you're not getting anything that caves in. So it does tell you it does have enough air inside the tire, or roughly. Also making sure nothing's wiggling, you don't have any components, anything's not jumping back or straightening itself out the way that it should be. We're also going to check inside the tire to see, or inside the fender to see if there's anything loose or anything hanging. Make sure that there's nothing that's coming out. Make sure everything's in good working order here. Everything looks good. These guys have, again, the cap on the top. So this one has a little spot where you can insert screwdriver, take off, and take a look at your lug nuts. Here, your lug nuts look like they're nice and tight. Doesn't look like there's any issue. And you'll want to do that to every single tire that you have here at the beginning of the day, just to make sure that everything's tight and there's nothing loose. Tread depth. This guy, again, has got some good meat on the tires, but you want to kind of dig in there and make sure you've got at least more than 4/32. Another trick is you can use old Abe Lincoln with a penny to double check that tread depth and make sure that you've got them in there. Let's go take a look around the inside of the truck now and check out our PPE and make sure we've got everything on us that we need to drive this vehicle. Inside the cab, you'll find your safety vest, your hard hat, your safety glasses, and gloves. We also want to make sure that each driver has their driver's license on them. Proper license for this vehicle. Medical card for anything 10,001 pounds gross vehicle weight. So for this truck, we said it was 10,200. So this one we would need the medical card. Proper PPE. Toolbox is something listed specifically for the spray trucks. 10 hours off duty. Brakes adjusted or self-adjusting. With this one, they will be adjusted for you. Cell phone use is prohibited in all vehicles. Seatbelts are required. All drivers must stop at all and any and all DOT checkpoints. Any checkpoint, any DOT checkpoint passed without any violations is a $250 bonus on any vehicle. Your vehicle weight we've looked at on the inside already of the door jamb. The last thing we'll need to find is the height. Typically can be found on the inside of the truck, labeled with a label maker. On this truck, this one needs replaced. It does say the clearance with the aero board up is 9 foot 10 inches. So we can see it, but it does need replaced. So that might be something we want to put on our vehicle deficiency as well. Once we've completed all of these items, it leaves you a spot to note any deficiencies. So we have a headlight that's out we're going to put on there. We've got some vehicle damage along the outsides. Whether or not this vehicle was satisfactory, and then your signature, which makes the document official. And that'll complete 7035. Thank you.